Today I'm going to be checking out the newest episode of Oshi no Ko, episode 3 of season 3, Correctness. I'm excited but also worried to get into this episode because I have a feeling it's going to be a messy one. Because we were hosting a cosplay event, or at least doing cosplay, and by the end of last episode, everything was going wrong. We sort of have a compromise, but I feel like it's going to be a shit show in some way or another. But let's not waste too much more time and hop right into this episode, as I am excited to see how everything does turn out. But if you're new to my channel, this will be a timer reaction, so if you want the audio and or full video, you can just sync up with my copy. But other than that, I'll give us a countdown. 3, 2, 1, start. Oh, right into our opening. But yeah, I am excited. I liked our two new characters we met last week. Can't think of their names off the top of my head, but the guy that was hosting, or at least working for the cosplay event, and then his sister, the VTuber slash live streamer. That scene is really cute. I also love the honestly, not related at all, but the helicopter really reminds me of the one Bleach opening. Also, I don't know if it's just for the opening or if it's actually something that's gonna happen in the show, but Akane is in the like concert thing that they're doing or performance. But that could just be like a one-off thing for something. But yeah, the visuals in this OP are just stunning every week. I love the aesthetic that they went for it. Openings like this will always be my favorite, where they don't just focus on directly what's happening in the show, but take a little bit more creative liberties. Alright, let's get into this. Hopefully it goes well, or at least well enough. And I think we all switched to like original costumes, which was probably last minute, so I assume that is also going to be a problem. Her horns are cute. Hella cute. I guess she live streams, so she would. Is this someone we've met before? I feel like I don't remember a cosplayer off the top of my head. That's funny. Yeah, honestly, based off. Oh, she already got a little bit of beef with TV people. Yeah, hopefully. Also, the blonde, her outfit. I don't know if it's just the way it's animated, but it looks slightly less quality, like the arm covers. I don't know if that's actually going to be a plot point at all, but that fucking dude. I wonder if that's actually him or a cosplayer. Yeah, I feel so bad for him because he tried to do it the right way, and he at least And I'm worried about this dude based off what he was saying last episode. Yeah, I don't think he cares much for the culture of it all. At least, oh god. Oh, I can already see this going bad. Because he was, yeah. This is what I was originally worried about, but I thought we moved away from it a little bit. The whole sexy aspect of it all. Oh, that is so uncomfortable. That, bro, what are these fucking questions? That is so uncomfortable. Well, I think this is going to be our May's cause for conflict, and I don't even blame her. Yeah, she's got such a fucking fake smile on right now. She is pissed. Well, uh, not great, but I was worried about his sister getting in, like having the director approach her or something. So at least glad that didn't happen, at least so far. But this is gonna cause a problem. I can already tell. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, and that's getting. Well, that's not gonna go over well. Especially she's. That's a lot of. Yeah, this is not great. It looks like she has a pretty good following, and especially since they're basically kind of shitting on her entire career a little bit, it's gonna look even worse. Have yeah, that's straight up just sexual harassment. Yeah. Oh, that's yeah, and I'm sure she was so excited about it too originally, because I mean she agreed to participate. Oh, I feel so bad for him because he just wanted the best, and his fucking director pushed it all onto him. I don't even know if director is the right term, but you know what I mean. Honestly, this dude needs to be fired. Crazy chicks, brother in Christ, standing up. Are you gonna get yourself? Oh, maybe not. Oh, oh no. Oh, disgraced director. Bro is so terrible. You just straight up don't have to ask questions like that. Mother fight. Dude's got a wife and he's motherfucker. You didn't ask for permission. What a dumbass. I don't feel bad for him in the slightest. What even is TV? Yeah, that's so sad because I'm sure at one point this was his entire dream. Yeah, it is. I wonder if that's actually a thing in Japan because I've never heard of that before. Yeah, I mean that's always what happens to an industry when it gets so massive. It so he just gets a pass on everything else. And that's even worse if he's able to make good TV. He just straight up doesn't need to be an asshole or harass people like that. Oh, God, I hope this goes well because to be honest, it's a little bit of Ruby's like not actually, but she's the one who kind of drug everything together a little bit. So, oh, this could potentially go a little bit better, or this is going to make it significantly worse. Who's this? Interesting. It's a different director now. The show itself. You kind of, I mean, you sort of are, but you also kind of brought this idea up, so you're kind of a part of the creative process. I am interested to know how she. Oh yeah, it was just Ruby. Oh, interesting. She's trying to force it in a way where like doing it for the good of the community. But this is also kind of what I meant by Ruby, like, forcing it along. And as far as I know, this is all just to further her own plans. So I really hope this goes well. Cute. The contrast with the actual, like, fucking TV shows editing stuff is kind of funny. This is like the most Japan TV thing or Japanese TV thing I've ever seen before. Yeah, and you waited until the last second to do it. Yeah, we knew that going into it. Because to me, it's mostly the director's fault. Well, we know. Are we actually gonna get comments? Aqua's face. Is she going to talk to the author of the manga? That is a character we know fairly well at this point. I also wonder if, like, the sexual assault stuff is gonna get brought up. It honestly seems like it's getting pushed under the rug a little bit and focusing just on the cosplay. With massive knockers. And she is not a fan of that. That's fair. Her in the bottom right literally just stressing. It's funny that she's really against that because I mean some authors are, but there's also some authors that do stuff like that on of their own accord. Yeah, she does appear to be doing relatively well, all things considered. And like, I feel like she wouldn't even be disrespectful to the like author of Tokyo Blade and be like overly sexual or anything because she seems to have a respect. Well, we are bringing it up. That's good. I wonder what Aqua's thinking. Well, to be fair, you should definitely be upset about the sexual harassment shit. Ruby's going all for it. Is he gonna be all decked out in cosplay? The smoke is the most dramatic shit I've ever seen before, by the way. Dude, it's fucking. I'm so used to always seeing if they ever have a guy dress up in cosplay or something like that in the anime. They always make his face look so nice with makeup and stuff, and they just did not. It's actually super funny. Based off her expression, though, she seemed to respect it a little bit. He at least now has a bit more respect for everything. Because even before everything went wrong, when we first saw him, he was like shitting on everyone for just being out in the hot sun because they enjoyed it. Well, that went roughly about as good as you could expect. I kind of hate that he did not. I feel like he did not apologize for any of the sexual harassment type stuff, though. To be honest, is Aqua wondering what Ruby's going on with Ruby? That shot of the perspective changing is cool. But yeah, that was also my whole thing. Like Ruby saying that she had no part in it and was a victim really caught me off guard because she like it was sort of her ideas and everything. Pretty great episode though. I'm fairly happy with that how that managed to be handled. Actually turned out overall better than I was expecting. I thought be a little bit messier, but we did kind of hit all of the things I was worried about. We hit the cosplay stuff being switched to short term costumes, but we also didn't stop with the whole sexual thing. So at least we got the director to somewhat understand his problems and hopefully wouldn't continue like that. But also, based off what he was saying in the uh like director's room or like writer's room or whatever, uh was very against that. Like he was all for like the taboo and whatnot. But yeah, I pretty happy with this episode overall. And I'm glad. I hate that I can't remember his name because I like him and his sister, but I'm glad a lot of the blowback didn't directly go on to him. It kind of went on to the brother, and he was like feeling really shitty about it, and like his whole. I feel like he lost some of the spark to his dream and everything about wanting to work in the industry. But I was worried that the sexual assault type stuff that was going to happen, or at least that I thought was going to happen, that did end up happening, was going to be to the sister, and that would be even more uncomfortable in my opinion. But it was actually like physically uncomfortable when she started getting asked all those questions and whatnot. Like at first, it was like he was just like being a little bit sexual, like complimenting her and stuff, saying how sexy she was. But that interview was actually kind of disgusting. To ask someone unprompted, especially when they're coming for the cosplay aspect and not the adult industry. And like he didn't even recognize her in the cosplay, but the moment he knew her name, he like went running over to her. So all that was kind of like a gross thing that's probably, well, actually not even probably. I do know how common it is in not just Japan's in um, industry, entertainment, but in the West is what basically every entertainment place will be like that because there's such power dynamics and whatnot that it comes sort of naturally, as shitty as that is. But yeah, I will catch you guys all next week or throughout the week if you watch any of my other reaction stuff. I also will probably be live streaming in an hour or a little bit after I post this reaction. There's a few updates for some games and some DLC stuff for like Pirate Warriors I want to cover and whatnot. So I might end up streaming in a little bit here. So keep an eye out for that. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys all later. Peace.